Hello to all countries of the world. We all know the leaders of our country, but how well do you know the world leaders? Can you guess them by their voice? The voice of one of the world leaders will sound, after which you will have 5 seconds to understand who it was. Before we start the video, write from which country you are watching this video. It will be very interesting to know how many countries are watching us. Let's start. Whose voice is this?
Standing here 7 Junes ago, Hamilton swept all the awards.
This is the voice of Narendra Modi, Narendra Prime Minister of India. If you guessed right, congratulations, add yourself +1 point, start counting points, and at the end of the video write how many points you have collected. We continue. Whose voice is this?
And we're safely reopening our country, and very importantly, we're safely reopening our schools. We want the schools to be open.
This is the voice of Donald Trump. Donald, American statesman and politician, entrepreneur, and the 45th President of the United States. Whose voice is this?
자기들이 피해복구 건설 임무를 완수하고도 사랑하는 집이 있는 평양행을 택하지 않고
This is the voice of Kim Jong-un. Kim is a North Korean political, statesman, military and party figure. We continue. Whose voice is this?
It is important that we are active diplomatically to engage different regions of the world.
This is the voice of Halimah Yacob. Halimah, Singaporean statesman and politician, the first female president of Singapore. Whose voice is this?
オンライン形式とはいえ、今年も盛大に開催されることを嬉しく思います。
This is the voice of Fumio Kishida. Fumio is a Japanese politician serving as Prime Minister of Japan. It was very difficult. If you guessed, congratulations. Add yourself another +1 point. But whose voice is this?
Dear friends, it is an honor to be speaking to Hudson Institute's year-end celebration.
This is the voice of Tsai Ing-Wen. Tsai Ing-Wen is a Taiwanese politician who has served as the President of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Whose voice is this?
I don't think you can fault him. I hope he did not address the press. He said it privately and somehow you got to know it.
This is the voice of Muhhamad Buhari. Muhhamad Buhari is a Nigerian politician who served as the President of Nigeria from 2015 to 2023. Whose voice is this?
And I'm humbled by the trust and confidence you placed in me. I pledge to be a president.
This is the voice of Joe Biden, Joe, American statesman and politician, 46th President of America. Whose voice is this?
Mantenemos un déficit de 611,000 millones de dólares, lo cual se traduce.
This is the voice of Andrés Manuel López Obrador, Andrés, President of Mexico. It was hard to guess, but I did it, and you? But whose voice is it?
Tomando café, almoçando, estiver jantando, outra vez eu terei cumprido a missão da...
This is the voice of Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, but whose voice is it?
Not once. Surely time has come to change. Not host of the World Expo. Not once.
This is the voice of Vladimir Putin. Vladimir, Russian statesman and politician, current president of the Russian Federation, and whose voice is it?
On Saturday, Sam Kerr, great footballer. She will be the flag bearer on.
This is the voice of Anthony Albanese. Anthony, Prime Minister of Australia. It's getting harder and harder. We keep going. But whose voice is this?
That I defend bilingualism, and I understand that in a town hall in which we are engaged.
This is the voice of Justin Trudeau. Justin, Canadian statesman and politician, current Prime Minister of Canada. But whose voice is it?
Eso es así, aun cuando somos un país en desarrollo y particularmente vulnerable a los efectos del cambio climático.
This is the voice of Alberto Fernandez, Alberto, President of Argentina. And whose voice is this?
It is political influence in corruption, about politically influenced people.
This is the voice of Arif Alvi. Arif, Pakistani statesman, politician, president of Pakistan. Further will be even more difficult. Whose voice is this?
Que pasan frío y quedan congelados y solo llega Citgo a darle su ayuda. Le pido apoyo al pueblo de Estados Unidos. Solidaridad activa.
This is the voice of Nicolas Maduro. Nicolas is the current president of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. And whose voice is this?
No, as long as the government and the states talking about losing control is something completely.
This is the voice of Bashar al-Assad. Bashar is the president of Syria. We continue. Whose voice is this?
مع أهمية طمأنة المستثمرين بأن السياسات التي يتم تبنيها لا تشكل تهديدا لاستثماراتهم لتلافي امتناعهم على الاستثمار وضمان عدم حدوث نقص في امدادات الطاقة من شأن أن يؤثر على الاقتصاد العالمي.
This is the voice of Salman bin Abdulaziz. Salman, King of Saudi Arabia. But whose voice is it?
We say so because this war is having a negative impact, and indeed on many other countries around the world.
This is the voice of Cryil Ramphosa, Cryil, President of the Republic of South Africa. Whose voice is this?
Per ringraziare il Presidente Mario Draghi per il suo impegno straordinario al servizio dell'Europa.
This is the voice of Sergio Matarella. Sergio is the President of Italy. People from Europe, you are here? Whose voice is this?
The tectonic plates of international politics, but secondly, ladies and gentlemen, at the same time, Germany's role in the world is changing.
This is the voice of Frank-Walter Steinmeier, Frank, Federal President of Germany. Whose voice is this?
The U.S. leadership established the New World Order based on free trade.
This is the voice of Yoon Seok Yeol. Yoon is the President of the Republic of Korea. And whose voice is this?
We expect of others what we demand of ourselves, even when the truth hurts, to not buy into fake news.
This is the voice of Issac Herzog. Issac is the President of Israel. Right now, write in the comments from which country you are watching this video. We continue. Whose voice is this?
Of the strength of our values and ideas as center-right parties, guided by principles of openness to trade.
This is the voice of Ulf Kristersson. Ulf is a Swedish politician and statesman and the Prime Minister of Sweden. But whose voice is it?
But at a moment like this, when the tectonic plates of technology are shifting, not just in AI, but in quantum, synthetic biology, semiconductors, and much more.
This is the voice of Rishi Sunak. Rishi is a British statesman and politician and Prime Minister of Great Britain. Whose voice is this?
Kriegstreiber! Kriegstreiber ist Putin! Ist mit 200.000 Soldaten in die Ukraine eingemarschiert!
This is the voice of Olaf Scholz. Olaf, Federal Chancellor of Germany. It's very hard to guess, so if you didn't guess, don't get upset. We continue. Whose voice is this?
I don't want to start a negotiation country by country. It will be ridiculous, and the best way to dismantle the whole EU.
This is the voice of Emmanuel Macron. Emmanuel is a French statesman and politician and current president of France. Whose voice is this?
But rest assured, I do not predicate success on the wide cooperation that's needed.
This is the voice of Bongbong Marcos, Bongbong Philippine president. Whose voice is this?
1 month already, that long, breaks my heart and every free person on the planet.
This is the voice of Vladimir Zelensky, Vladimir, President of Ukraine and Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Whose voice is this?
I've been told many times during the last few days that there are very special expectations of my speech here today.
This is the voice of Angela Merkel, Angela, Federal Chancellor of Germany from November 22, 2005 to December 8, 2021. The first woman in this post. And whose voice is this?
NATO'ya girmelerine, terör örgütlerine karşı açık net bir tavrı söz konusu değil.
This is the voice of Erdogan. Erdogan is the president of Turkey. And the last one for today, whose voice is this?
也绝不允许任何外来势力欺负、压迫、奴役我们。
This is the voice of Xi Jinping, Xi chairman of the People's Republic of China. That's all for today. Write in comments how many points you have collected. I scored 13, and you? Now you know more world leaders of different countries. Write from which country you are watching this video and who is your leader. Subscribe to the channel, put a bell on all notifications. See you in new videos.